We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
What's going on, vlog? Studio is starting to come together. I've been working on this quite a bit the last week. A few late nights here, mostly getting stuff for the floor done here. But tonight I finished up the last two panels of that, and now I'm working on electrical. I guess it's that row back here. The space had twist lock outlets in it, which we don't have any lights that have twist locks. And then also all of these dimmer switches here, which worked well when halogens were used in here. It allowed you to control the brightness of the lights. We don't use any halogens. We have a couple halogens, but we don't really use them that much. We are going to be using all LED lighting in here, which means that we need to have toggles, which is what those guys are going to provide. And then they're going to provide power to the grid up top. Where we'll have all of our lights powered. It'll be nice because we won't have a bunch of cables running around on the floor of the studio for people to trip over. And the wall will be all the time lit in a way that we can just flip lights on, control the brightness, colors, stuff like that, and make the wall look good. But that's just a quick studio update. A lot of stuff going together. The next thing after I'm done with electrical is to build the transitions for the walls, which is going to be a bit of a tricky challenge, but I've built a lot of skate ramps in my day, and it's not a whole lot different than that. So just a little bit tighter radius, but so far I've tested the boards, and the boards are bending the radius that we need just fine. So just a quick update. I'm gonna get back. I have one more outlet to swap on the ceiling, and then I'm gonna call it a night before I get too tired. See ya.
We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
How's it going, guys? It is January 2nd. It's the day after New Year's Day. The day before we come back to work. And here at the office, we over last week got the studio ceiling and wall painted. I got the sound blankets hung up, and it's all coming together really well. Super excited for this to kind of fall in place. I'm really excited about everything else in the office, the way it looks. Like every time I finish a room, I'm like, this is like the coolest part of the office, but this is really the room that I'm most excited about right now, because it's something I always kind of said, you know, I don't need a studio. Why do I need studios? I'll go to the clients and shoot footage there. But the more you start to produce content, the more you realize that there's a lot of stuff that you can do in a studio that still feels authentic to the client. And I'm excited to build this out. It's a lot different than it was 10 years ago when I was here at Media. It used to be just a psych wall on that side, and that was it. And then a track curtain that went around here. It wasn't a sound blanket or anything. It was just kind of a regular theater curtain, which probably did a decent amount for audio, but it's just overall going to be a lot different with the double wall psych, the corner that we're going to be able to shoot into, and it's just going to open up a lot of creative possibilities. And I'm just excited for this to be done and get the production team in here shooting and kind of stretching their creative muscles a little bit now that they have a proper place to shoot like this. So I'll keep you updated as we continue to build it out. But for now, I'm gonna enjoy this black wall. See ya.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go.
How's it going? I just got the second coat of primer on. I have one more coat of the main paint. I'm hoping that the coverage is good enough. But as you can see behind me, everything is getting pretty white. You can see still some of the wood underneath the primer, but it's getting close. I did go and invest in a sprayer for the corner back here because that corner, when I rolled it the first time with the first coat of primer, it was creating a bunch of lines on the edges because that is basically the inside of a bowl. But the paint sprayer helps with that because I can just evenly spray that entire inside of the curve. I think it's a little bit better than using a brush because brush is going to leave the stroke lines, and it's better than using the roller because we don't have the side lines. The paint sprayer doesn't cover quite as quickly as I wanted it to, as I was expecting it to, but I have been using it off and on just to kind of switch things up a little bit. It does create some overspray and some kind of haze in the air that we're trying to avoid, but for the most part, we're getting close, and I'm excited to start using this. As you can tell, audio is probably a little echoey right now. Sound blankets are all pushed off to the side, so. But yeah, I'm gonna get the last coat going, so I'm sure I might even do a time lapse on this one, just for you, Erica. Yeah, see ya.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see.
What's going on, vlog? We're in the new studio right now taking photos for some new headshots. Really excited because I've spent the last 2 months building the wall, getting everything mudded. I didn't do the mudding, not much of the mudding. We had an awesome guy named Gary come in and do all the technical mudding with the corner. But now the last thing was that I did is I went through and I painted the entire wall and floor all white. The neat thing about the studio is in the ceiling, there's some pretty cool lights that let us do whatever color we want for a wall. And then we have other fill lights that can help fill in and keep us a natural color. So I'm really excited to show off the studio. Can't wait for y'all to see it. A lot of work has gone into it. It's not quite done yet. There's a little bit of flooring stuff we need to finish up, but it's really close and it's definitely usable at this point. And I'm really, really excited to start kind of building this into our workflow for productions.
Do that first post again?
No. Not yet. Later. Aaron said not yet. Then you get to see it later. I think beginning of March. Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, that should be
Cool.
So yeah, all
That's
these
it.
should be